Hey, we're back. I didn't burp or nothing. Let's see what we got here. Ew. Were you imagining I burped? I didn't burp. Tainted Jacob. Here we go. Do you have any non-streamer friends? That's a tough question. The answer is kind of. But the other answer is that I have friends I have made that became streamers after we were friends. How does that factor in? Like, there are friends I have made because we're both in streaming, but then there are friends that I have made, you know, because of circumstance. You know, like we happen to go to the same school or whatever, and now they've become streamers. I was thinking, though, I was like, dude, I need to, like, get, like, a network of, literally, I'm just going to describe the concept of friendship to you. I need to, like, get friends. I'm realizing now, especially since having a 2-day weekend, the emotion that I thought I had defeated called boredom has started to seep in, which is not to say that I never, you know, experienced boredom prior to that, but like for the most part, anytime previously that I have had boredom, I have just, you know, been like, I'll just get some work done. That's also not to say that I don't have enough to do right now, because that's like demonstrably false. But even still, sometimes you're like, okay, it's a Sunday, I've had 36 hours of leisure time, the baby's nursing right now, like what do I do, right? And I'm realizing at age 32 that, and I'm sure a lot of people are in the same boat here, that for the entirety of my 20s, I have had, well, I guess have had is not the proper conjugation there, but I've had no hobbies. I basically did the good cog in the machine pivot, which is, you know, high school, university, graduation, and then, you know, while teaching English in Korea, my hobby was essentially just, you know, binge drinking. And then, after graduating from the binge drinking, my hobby just became, you know, being completely defined by my occupation. So, I need to get, like, some kind of hobby. And ideally with, like, some kind of, you know, socializing component to it as well. Not a lot, because I am, like, an introvert, and also I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to this, but, like, worth thinking about, I think. Yeah, I've been thinking about baking for sure. Whatever, dude, you hit me, so what? That don't impress me much. Especially, like, the thing about baking is, like, I already got flour. So, like, how could I not bake? It's like, that's all you need. That and an oven. What if you could bake using your air fryer? You ever think about that, man? Would change everything. Yeah, also you get to eat afterwards. I think I lose. No, because this takes me into the right room afterwards. Where the heck is Tainted Jacob, man? Where's Tainted? Oh! Don't, stop it! Let's go! What am I even trying to do? Okay, we could do Mega Satan on this one. Oh, man. Okay, we lived there. Anyway, yeah, so that's like, it's on my mind. I guess what I'm realizing is that, like, when I, well, younger is not really the right word, but essentially, I'm embracing boredom. You know, there's the flagpole sitta, Harvey Danger says, if you're bored, then you're boring. And I'm like, I think I've come to respect the therapeutic value of boredom. You know, after like a little bit of a stressful week, just being bored for like 15 minutes, I honestly feel is kind of like, it's nice, honestly. It feels restorative or even therapeutic, as long as you have an outlet to get over it, like, eventually. So I guess I'm right now. I'm doing a lot of chores. Like I clean the bathrooms at like 8:15 a.m. on Saturday morning because it feels like that's useful. But eventually the bathroom's just gonna be clean, man. And then I don't know. At that point, I got to figure out what I actually enjoy in life. What a shot! Look at that. And now my friends call me Bones. Exactly. Yeah, like I had I had a small period of boredom on like Saturday and Sunday. And you know what I did with that boredom? Because someone in chat said boredom can increase creativity. I was like, you know what? We've been playing a lot of the same stuff on stream for like a couple weeks. What if I reached out and we tried to get some more variety going with some friends of the channel? So I set up a schedule, like a little bit more organizational. And thought a little bit more consciously about what to play throughout the week instead of just like every morning being like, what do I feel like? Which has its own value as well. I mean, like the FTL stuff has been a lot of fun, and especially reading people's comments on it, I feel like that first win is like right around the corner. It's a little painful. It's a little painful. Safety, please. But yeah, basically my hobby right now is like watching new movies that come out on Amazon Prime Video, and then also just using my air fryer to cook absolutely everything. And it's been pretty good. But I am like, dude, I recently found out there's 6 pitch and putts in Vancouver proper. Stanley Park, Queen Elizabeth Park, Central Park, Burnaby, Killarney. Well, maybe it's not Killarney. I can't remember. Hastings Sunrise, something like Burnaby Mountain. Sounds like fun, man. It's so cheap, too. Yeah, there's one in Stanley Park, but apparently it's like crazy busy. Ever make a grilled cheese in the air fryer? I haven't. I could, though. I could. Absolutely. So we didn't have to kill Tainted Jacob there, but it does improve our odds of not losing the run. I think. We've already done boss rush, thank God. No, wait. We can leave this floor by going that way, right? Because that's an error room. As long as we leave the floor by going to the error room, we should be okay. I mean, this has like... Oh, and we got a teleport. We got a teleporter, man. Via undefined. Incredible. Does it work in an error room? I don't know. But I want to know. You're going to pay out. Sasha. Don't take me back to the error room. I believe. We shouldn't have done this. It's like doing this is laziness, but it's kind of like a cool laziness, not like a lame laziness. Will they ever return chest looping? I really doubt it. I mean, like, for all the complaining I've done about it, and it really is, like... It's not that big of a deal, but it is also such, like, in my opinion, an unnecessarily antagonistic decision to make, like, at your players' expenses. Like, chest looping literally basically only happened when you were gonna win the game to begin with, and if... even if you get a win out of it as a result of chest looping, oh no, you just, like, used a fun tactic to beat a single-player game. Who cares? Like, it literally doesn't matter. But I do have to say that not allowing chest looping anymore also has probably given me, like... Hello. It's probably saved me, like, hours and hours over the course of my Isaac career. So, like, maybe I can't be that upset. Not the spiders! Not the spiders! I didn't have to do it, man. I didn't have to do it. There was no point.
She loves swings.
Oh.
She enjoyed the swings, and then on the way to the park,
Yeah.
there was a guy that was like, he was talking to another guy.
Okay.
Really loudly. He's like, yo, so you should get Lululemon for your wife.
Oh.
Because it keeps your wife's ass tight. And I was like, well, that's,
Well, you know, he's not wrong.
I was like, alright.
I gotta say, I think when I went grocery shopping yesterday, I think I was behind, I was behind two guys. I think one of them was, like, heavily under the influence of some kind of stimulant drug. And just listening to him was getting me stressed out. Like, the way he was, like, just talking so fast about, like, absolutely nothing. Hey, you ever try these kettle cooked chips? The kettle cooked chips are delicious. Sometimes they're a little bit oily for me. They give me a little bit of a stomachache when I have. And he's, like, scratching his neck and stuff like that. And the line at the grocery store was, like, 40 people long. I had to listen to this. I had that for, like, I don't even know. It was like 15 minutes. It spiked my cortisol levels. He was like seriously going off. He's like, and then they got new ones, the spicy dill pickle. The spicy dill pickle ones are even better than the regular dill pickles. You know, you can't get dill pickle chips outside of Canada. They only have them in Canada. Salt and vinegar, I think originally it was in the United Kingdom. And then I was just like, dude, just freaking relax, man. This is, I feel like I'm watching Uncut Gems or something. It's too much.
Just kind of like moved to a different bench.
Oh yeah.
But there was a twin that didn't see, like couldn't find a nana.
Okay.
And they went nana. And then because they were twins, they were both just going like.
Oh no.
It sounds like a siren.
Nana. Nana.
And then no one was on the swing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, well, we're here so that she can try out swing first time in her life. So, you know, I tried it on and then she loved it.
Yeah.
Literally as soon as we took off, everyone got on the swing.
Oh, they
I'm
were
telling you, everyone, there was no empty swing right after she got
It's a
off.
trendsetter.
I know. There was no one on the swing. I was like, whoa, my bebe. She's such a trendsetter.
Look at that, honey. Setting trends. And then all the babies clapped. They handed her a crisp $100 bill. Dada. Is a Dream Eddie room? Dream Eddie room? I'm hoping this is the last time I play as this character for a bit. Wait, no. No, it definitely will not be.
If that thing makes you try?
You become the Lost, and then you die in one hit after that. And if you kill him, you become the Lost. You die in one hit after that. So you just, it's constantly like being, you know, chased. At all times. Ooh, baby. The habit of the nun. Da. Da. Alada? Ooh. Juicy. Nun's headdress. A classic item. I shouldn't pick this up yet, but I'm scared. So, well, hey, whoa, easy there. He's not dead, okay. The reason I'm picking it up is because I know that, like, this angel statue could kill us, so... Ooh, papa! Ooh! Papa pizza! This is coward strats, but sometimes coward strats are, like, the way to go. Like, that wouldn't have killed us, but it would have... Would have been mighty annoying. Make me think I'm mighty sick. Hello, I'd like to leave, please. I'd like to leave. How you doing, baby? Oh, hello. I didn't know she was so close.
It's like that thing following it behind.
Oh. I can't play it one more time. Because if I play it one more time, I'll die. I die. I die. I die. I die. And a nagooby to you as well, my daughter. A nagooby to you. Have a nagooby day. Well, moving on. Yeah, we got Nun's Habit at least. Good. So I put Palm Springs on when I was watching the baby. I figured it was a comedy and as a result would have no objectionable content. There is a lovemaking scene very early. Whatever. She doesn't know, you know, what's going on there. But like 10 minutes after that, Andy Samberg gets shot in the chest with a bow and arrow. I had, you know, you realize I like when movies subvert my expectations, but it does make choosing what to watch when you're in the company of the baby a little bit more, you know, suspect. Why would I pop this? Like, in what world was that a good decision? Baby, don't grab daddy's shirt. It's very meticulously placed to not show off my shoulder hair to the webcam. Okay, there's a double tinted rock back here. Somewhere. Somewhere? Well, really glad I went back for that. Where? Left of curse room? Ah! Chocolate milk. Can you move a bit? You're blocking the baby. I know who the star of the show is. Bless you. Oh? Oh. Oh, okay. Look at this. So many bless yous, honey. Dada. Dada. I choose to believe that she knows what she's saying. But she really does, like... So she sometimes when she sees me, she goes, Dada. Which is very cute. But then sometimes, like, I open, like, this book that she likes to read. And there's a picture of a panda. And then she says, Dada every time. And then, like... You know, she sees, like, the cats, and she says, Dada. So I'm not totally sure that she's fully got it under control. But that's okay. Roasted. It's probably a sign that the baby would not like to just be here anymore. Is my expectation. Okay, goodbye, honey.
Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, Luca.
Can you close the door, please? Thank you. Alright, we could probably squeeze in one more. Not ushered out, no. Just, you know. I mean, really, I don't care if the baby stays forever, but she was starting to make the baby discontented noise, which is like, you know. This is my period away from that. When you're in like this work from home, like double parenting duty, it's a complicated ball of wax, but your work period is also the period where you're kind of like not on parental duties. You gotta respect both of the sides of the coin on that one. It's like a stress-based waltz, exactly. And it's actually like it's a pretty good mix. Because, like, sometimes I, like, you know, finish the stream and I'm like, I hate everybody that watches me and financially supports me and I want to retire. And then I spend some time with the baby and I'm like, oh, I feel better now. And then by the end of, like, my baby shift, I'm like, I need to speak with somebody that is, like, not a baby. Because I've been dealing with the baby situation and, you know, it's great. Don't get me wrong. But also, sometimes you're like, you know, when you talk to... you know, your friends. I don't know what it's like in the Discords these days, but like in the world of reality, it's not just constantly putting out like emotionally destabilized fires and crises and stuff like that. Sometimes you're just like, how about that weather, right? Which is really nice. So by the time I'm done with the baby shift and it's time for her to go to bed, I'm like, ah, I get to be like approaching middle-aged again. Which is nice. And then after like a few, maybe like 12 hours of being middle-aged, I'm like, I can't deal with this middle-aged stuff anymore. I gotta be a dad again. And then, you know, you get the idea. Small talk sucks. What are you on about? No, not really. I used to think that as well, but I think small talk only sucks if you don't like the person you're talking about it with. Like, I don't want to talk big stuff with most people, dude. Like, almost anybody. My spouse, yeah. But, like, I don't want to, like, I don't want to have, you know, play pitch and putt with Corey and be like, you know, what are your fears in life? I just want to just get a little social juice, man. Not everything has to be like... I know, like, on the internet especially, when you meet somebody, you're like... You know, the pretense for meeting them is like... I'm immediately gonna tell them, you know, all my hopes and fears and lay out all my insecurities as a joke, and then go, haha, but not actually be meaning it as a joke. Be like, just kidding, unless you were serious, you know? But I'm a big fan of the small talk. Not to strangers. Although did I tell you I had a stranger small talk situation? I took the baby out for a walk. It was like a week and a half ago, and then there was some construction going on, and an older gentleman said, "What are they doing up there?" And I said, "Huh?" And I took my earbuds out, and then he said, "What are they doing up there?" And I said, I don't know, but they've sure been at it a long time, and it's really loud. And he went, eh? And then I nodded and said, have a good day. It was a great interaction. I felt like I persuasion 100. Speech 100, yeah. I was like, oh, right, that's how normal people like talk. What a story. I mean, it's better than the usual. Hey, every time I go to the grocery store, I come out with one more story about, like, just being annoyed. Don't even get me started, man. I'm hesitant to even tell this story. The reason I made that tweet that was like, why TF halibut so expensive? Because I went to the grocery store and I was like, oh, I haven't had halibut in forever. You look at the price and you're like, it's expensive. It's like twice as expensive as sole. But you don't really conceptualize how much it's going to be. So I said, hey, garçon, can you give me 2 halibut fillets? And then he packaged them up. And, you know, when he put them in on the scale, put the piece of paper down, teared the scale, put the halibut fillets on it, it came up $28.03. My heart just was like, and he's like, is that it? And I was like, if it wasn't, then it is now. Now, did I, you know, do good stuff with it? I mean, if by good stuff you mean a Parmesan panko encrusted halibut fillet cooked in the air fryer with some sweet potato fries, then yes, I did some good stuff with it. Was it worth $14 a fillet? No, not really. I'll probably just get like cod next time, because the halibut was like $7.99 per 100 grams, and the cod was like, you know, $3.30 or something like that. But I'm just surprised, that's all. Like, who's buying all this halibut, man, at these prices? Like, on a weekend, I'm sure halibut sales go up a little bit. Because they're, you know, people are maybe entertaining or something. But on a weekday, you're not selling halibut at $7.99 per 100 grams on a Tuesday. I don't believe it. I don't believe you're selling it. I tried. I know, man. But then, like, in my head, I did the thing where I was like, how... $7.99 per 100 grams? How expensive could it actually be? Like, how much is a fish fillet? Like 75 grams? That's just like 200 grams, dude. I still want to fight Mega Satan, quite frankly. Don't. Okay, don't you wish your Jacob was tainted like me? Don't you? It's one banana, Michael. How much could it cost? I'm not really paying attention to this run. I'm not sure if this is readily apparent. I still, in spite of that, think we got a chance. Dache. Dude, you know what the other thing I've been doing is, like, every weekend, like this weekend, I was like, oh man, I could probably play, like, a few hours of Mario Golf this weekend, and then not actually playing it at all. Like, literally having infinite time to do something, and then keeping it ahead of you as like a carrot on a stick, and then, like, when the weekend ends, just pulling it away and being like, psych! Gotcha! That's the same thing happened, like, on Sunday, where I was like, oh, I got a 2-day weekend. I got, like, tons of time today. Maybe I'll be that guy who watches SGDQ. And then, like, maybe 6 hours later, I tweeted, nope. People were like, why did you nope? What happened? It isn't that, like, something happened on the stream that made me nope out. It was just like, I just didn't. I thought I was gonna. And I did see about 10 minutes of a Dragon Age Inquisition speedrun that was pretty fun. But then I just was like, I'm a swiffer. I simply did not. Oh, yeah. I won't watch the Alt F4 run live, but I might watch the VOD, because it's only 10 minutes long, which seems like, you know, that's pretty much perfect. With club sauce. So yeah, and then I even thought about, like, oh man, maybe I'll just beat the Mario Golf story mode so that my Mii is, like, fully freaking maxed out. Then, like, nah, man. I played 18 holes of Mario Golf against the computer because somebody lied to me and said, hey, if you just want to grind stats, you don't have to do adventure mode. You can just, like, play against the AI. So I played against the AI, freaking crushed him, and was so stoked to see how many experience points I would get. And then I got 0, and welcome to the trunk is all I can say to that person. Welcome to the trunk of muting. I'm like, oh, I had fun playing a game, but it didn't trick me into thinking I was making progress in something. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, it's like a free time thing. Although now, like, I don't know. I'm just like, I think you reach a point in your life sometimes where you're just like leisure is just kind of ruined for you. Not permanently, because I think in retirement maybe you can work on it. But like, for right now, like, I talked about it in today's Isaac episode, actually. Like, when I was in 9th grade, and my parents and I, we had the same weekends, right? Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure if you've heard of them. But I always thought, like, oh, my parents have, like, oh, they don't do weekends right. Like, they work hard all week, they're stressed out, and then on the weekend, they're doing, like, home improvement stuff. You know, they're cleaning, like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You gotta play World Series Baseball, you know, 2003 instead. Hold on, let me just kill this guy. Now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't want to just play World Series Baseball 2003. I want to, because I feel like it's like a control thing. You're like, oh, first off, I've let some housework get derelict over the week while I'm like stressed out with work, which admittedly is like stupid enough in its own right, because my job is actually like not stressful at all. It's just like interacting with people that's stressful, or interacting in front of people, I guess, is the real rub of it, and then having them comment upon the interactions that you're having in public. But, oh, sorry, donation machine. You let some of the domestic stuff sort of slip, like the housework, for example. Then on the weekend, you get to catch up. But I also feel like, I mean, I watched half an episode of The Simpsons this weekend where Ned Flanders tells Bart Simpson, see, doing the dishes can be both productive and meditative. And I was like, damn, dude, this MF's spitting. He's right. Like, the number one, as soon as, like, it's the weekend, I'm like, I want to do chores immediately. Because I can only relax when the chores are done. But then I just keep making up more and more chores. Which I think is good. But it's also why I need a hobby. Doing dishes is my favorite chore. We have a dishwasher, so I very, very rarely end up hand washing dishes these days. But I'm a big fan of... It's a similar kind of chore. I'm a big fan of the Full House Swiffer, man. You get to listen... What a shot. What a shot. Let's try it real quick. You get a... you get the same sort of thing. It takes as long as it takes. It's not like you can really rush it. You know, it's gotta be done. And then, on top of that, you get to listen to, like, some podcasts. And even, like, not... I don't even care what they're saying. Just hearing it in the background. I'm like, it's nice. So you get to put some music on. It's a good time. You know what I was gonna say, though? I had a bit in the shower. I'm glad I remembered it there. I just remembered that in 8th or 9th grade, I went to EB Games, and I was dead set on picking up a game that you may know. It's called Suikoden 3. Or maybe it was Suikoden 2, because it was like 2004. But anyway, I got to EB Games. I know you're like, that doesn't sound like you. You were going to play Suikoden? Honestly, just kill me. I went to EB Games. I searched the shelves alphabetically. I went to new releases. Don't have it. I go to the front. Excuse me, do you have Suikoden 3 or 2? I can't remember which one. They said, oh no, I think it's sold out. I think that changed my life. Because you know what I left the store with that day? Madden NFL 2003 with Marshall Faulk on the cover. I wonder, it's one of those things that I think has a pretty small impact on your life, but I wonder what could have been if they had actually had Suikoden in stock that day, man. You think I'd be out here playing like Final Fantasy 14 or something like that? The answer, I think, is probably not, because like I played Kingdom Hearts in 9th grade, but then like after Kingdom Hearts, my friend lent me the PlayStation 2 game Xenosaga, also Sprach Zarathustra. And I played it for like an hour, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I just bailed. So maybe it wouldn't have changed my life that much, but maybe it would have. I don't know. Let me out, please. Oh, what? You don't like Nietzsche? Yeah, what's up with... Okay, so like, and I'm not a trend chaser, although I do want some React content. What's going on with Final Fantasy XIV? So here's my understanding, okay? Final Fantasy XIV, if you get in the chords, I swear to God, Ruka, I swear to... Hey. Up here. You can go up here. It's a popular game, I know. Kate played a bunch of it, she streamed a bunch of it. However, Final Fantasy XIV kind of in like a little bit of a lull, right? In terms of new content. But then, a couple of weeks ago, didn't they do like an exclusive mount for some Final Fantasy XIV streamers that was like, if you use your Prime sub on like these people, you get a gold Chocobo mount or something like that? That's crazy. Also, Edmund, maybe something we could work on in the future. You ever think about that? Like, hey, if you use your Prime sub on NL, you can get Alt Brimstone. And then, yeah, I did see it. Asmongold streaming it for like 200,000 people? That's crazy. I guess maybe it's also some of it is tied into a certain distaste for, sure, why not? For Blizzard and WoW in general right now. Just wild, you know? You never know what's happening with these games. You know, it's like Han Solo said, no one's ever really gone. I will be leaving now. Gift 4 subs to a Twitch streamer on a list that's streaming Final Fantasy XIV and you get a black Chocobo. The promotion was you have to gift 4 subscriptions to a streamer and you got the mount? That's insane! Also, by the way, amazing for the people that are on the list. But how the heck did you pitch that one to Square Enix? That's crazy. Hey, give someone else $20 and we'll give you a mount. Source, dude, just trust me. It's just, that's wild to me. I'm not against it. One of the streamers went from like 1,000 subs to 10,000. Honestly, good for them. Also, like, the actual luckiest promotion of all time. Like, that's something that Dan and I would have actually come up with as like a joke promotion on Check the Wire for like how to... What would be the best promotion you could possibly think of? I don't know. Maybe if you give me $20, you get something in the game? That's sick. Anyway, that's all I got. Hey, come on, I'm a friend of Final Fantasy. Good damage, really good damage here. I'll have you know, I went to Final Fantasy Fan Fest in 2014 at the Paris Hotel and Resort in Las Vegas. I'll have you know I've shaken hands with the eminent Final Fantasy XIV content creators, including the one, the only Mr. Happy. Go ahead, man. What about Yoshi P? I saw him. I would really recommend going to a convention that you don't know like what is happening, because it's really like when I go to PAX, is different because I'm like, oh shit, you know, that's like Ego Raptor, and people are like, when he walks through the crowd, people are like, oh my god, that's Ego Raptor, oh my god, and you know, like the same thing. Oh, who are you, NL? Oh, maybe. Haha, thanks so much. Oh, I changed your life. Okay, whatever. But it was great being at Final Fantasy Fan Fest because there's like some celebrity worship of people there, but I had no idea who they were. So like Yoshi P, I get it. He's like the producer and he's the messiah who saved Final Fantasy 14. But there was like a guy that I think he's either like part of the dev team or he's like a community manager or something. And everyone was like, oh, I love that guy. He's so funny. I love that guy. And I was like, he's just a guy, man. I saw him in the coffee line. He's just a man. Koji? I think it was Koji. Does he sing the songs at FanFest sometimes? He gave part of the musical performances. Yes, he does. Yeah, I saw that. People were losing their mind over that guy. He was taking photos with people and stuff like that. I was like, man, what's this guy doing? Not against it. I'm just saying it's like, it's weird not being aware of the source material for why you're at this convention. It's a bizarre feeling. Most people will probably not find themselves going to a convention for, you know, hardcore enthusiasts of something in their lives that they have no awareness of, but I'd really recommend it sometime. It's a bizarre feeling. Also has some great memories. Like, I didn't really understand the point of the convention, which I'm not punching down. I'm just saying I didn't get it at the time. Then I realized that apart from the keynote speech where they introduced the downloadable content known as Heaven's Sword, which, yeah, I was there for the announcement of the Red Mage. Come on, man. I'm one of the most diehard Final Fantasy XIV content creators you'll ever see in your life. Of course I was there. But after that, everybody got in a merch line that was like 400 people long in order to buy the exclusive merch that was going to be at the convention only. And they were unable to serve people quickly enough to keep the line moving. So it started to become like a fire code violation. And they had to kick us all out, even though we had been in line for like 2 hours. And I just remember the guy next to me was like, if you kick these people out of the line after they spent so much money to come here, you're going to have a riot on your hands. And I was like, oh, shit. This is going to be this is going to be fun. By the way, I was annoyed as well. I was like, this guy's right. But I was also like, let's just see how this plays out. Don't rush me. How'd the riot go? They kicked us out, but before they kicked us out, they gave us all like a ticket, and then the ticket was like, hey, come back tomorrow and show this ticket, and then you don't have to get in the line. So that was a reasonable half measure, I would say. Don't rush me, Walt. I don't know what this run is. What am I doing on this run? I don't know. Can we win, maybe? Who you got in the Euro now that Belgium's out? It's coming home, dude. Football's coming home. I should, but before anybody gets upset, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just, you know, I'm aware of the meme. Me neither. I did see a couple of people walking around Vancouver with 3 lions on their shirt. And I was like, oh, must be England fans, which in reality, in Canada, whenever you see somebody that's wearing like football merchandise, there is a chance that they're like from there, but then there is also like the more realistic thing that I've experienced is like my great-great-grandfather was 1/8 English, so now when the team's good, I wear the merch. And you know, at the end of the day, like it's just sports, so who cares? Okay, I'm dead. Well, you know, good way to end it, maybe. I don't like when people, they show footage of, like, English sports fans and then go, like, see, oh, I hate when England wins in soccer because, like, look at the hooligans. And I'm like, dude, you can take it from somebody who's from, a city that's become known for one sports riot. Like, every place riots, like, all the time for dumb stuff. Sometimes for good stuff, don't get me wrong, but sometimes for dumb sports stuff. I'm not